Hey there, this is Dr. Evan Osar, author of the Corrective Exercise Solutions to Common Hip and Shoulder Dysfunction and developer of Integrative Movement U, the online resource for those health and fitness professionals that are looking to become experts in working with the general population. Thanks so much for joining us in this edition of Fitness Insider, where we're going to look at thoracic mobility, how to achieve and restore thoracic mobility. First, we have to understand, why do we lose thoracic mobility? Why do so many of our clients have such stiff thoraxes? And it really comes down to one thing, and that one thing is their habits create the loss of mobility. And what habits create the loss of mobility? Well, when we lose stability, when our clients lose stability through their core, through their thorax, through their shoulders, through their neck, what they want to do, what the nervous system wants to do, is create more control. The thorax has 136 joints approximately through the sternum, through the vertebrae, through the ribs themselves. And when there's a lot of joints, where there's a lot of joints, we need a lot of control. So one way to develop and improve control is to create these gripping and tightening strategies. So when people brace with their abdominals, or they brace with their low back, or when they brace with their shoulders through their lats or their pecs, they're creating thoracic stiffness and loss of mobility. That's why our clients are losing so much mobility. And as we go through life, it gets even more significant as we lose more control and we develop these gripping and holding strategies. So the key to restoring thoracic mobility is by achieving thoracic stability or better control. So we want to teach our clients how to develop better control. We're going to use the modified cat-camel position because not only will we increase mobility, but we'll increase mobility by developing improved stability. And Sarah will demonstrate this pattern, and I'll show you what we mean by improving stability through creation of slight mobility along with or during this pattern. So Sarah, go into the position. So I'm going to have Sarah sit back on her hips, or sit back on her ankles, and she's going to position her hands just a little bit wider than shoulder width position. This is a good position for most clients. And what I want her to do is keep her hands about shoulder width apart. And I want her to feel like she's gently pulling herself forward towards her head. So I want her to feel like she's opening up through the shoulders and then pulling herself gently forward. Now, for a lot of clients, what we'll do is we'll give them a little bit of traction back. So I stand to the side, so I'm not right behind them, I'm standing to the side. I'm going to give them a little bit of traction back. So Sarah has a ground or an anchor, so now she can start to create length through her spine. So she can start to create this lift up through her spine, and you'll see her spine gently go up towards the ceiling. So she's becoming slightly more flexed through her thoracic spine. And now she's going to pull herself along that direction. She's going to lengthen out through her spine to create length. I don't want her to overextend. I want her to flex up towards the ceiling. And this is a really great pattern for those clients that are stuck in that thoracic lordosis position, like so many of our clients are. Even for clients that are kyphotic, this is actually a great pattern to start to create that length or that extension that direction. So again, Sarah's going to use her lats, her serratus, her low traps, her mid traps to start to use those muscles to create this new position or this new control of her thorax. So by positioning her arms in this position and creating that lift, that flexion, and then that lengthening out, that length going that direction, not up towards the ceiling, but lengthening out through the top of her head, we start to develop improved control. So not only do we get mobility through the thorax, mobility through the rib cage, we're actually developing a sense of control. We're teaching Sarah how to control her thorax. This is a very powerful position, even though it looks like she's barely moving, because the body, the nervous system will start to let go of chronic holding tension, chronic guarding, chronic gripping when it senses that it has more control. So by developing an improved ability to stabilize and control this movement, we teach the nervous system to start to let go of some of these chronic holding patterns. We have the client do 3 to 4, 5 reps, and then slowly relax and come out of that position. And then we'll go back into that position and do 2 to 3 sets of 3 to 5 repetitions. And again, it doesn't look like much, but it becomes a very effective position to start to improve control. Once we develop improved control, I can have Sarah hold this position. Now Sarah, what I want you to do, I'm going to give her a little traction again. Now breathe down here into your rib cage. So now we start to teach her how to control more of that position. So before we created some mobility through actual movement, now we're teaching her how to develop control. Because this position that Sarah is in right now, this is going to be the scapular position we want to maintain in the upright position. This is going to be the same spinal alignment we want to create in the upright position. And if if you look at her here, this is almost the same exact squat position we'll have in the upright position. So not only am I teaching her how to improve control of the thorax, but I'm teaching her the mechanics and the stability she needs when she gets into the upright position. So again, this modified cat-camel position becomes a very, very effective pattern for restoring thoracic mobility, as well as, like I said, developing control. Because the more control an individual has over the thorax, the more mobility they will develop. The more or the less gripping the nervous system will do to help control all those joints of the thoracic spine. So I hope this video helped serve you, and I hope it helped make you the expert that your clients need, want, and will pay for. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next time at Fitness Insider. This is Dr. Osar. Take care. Have a great day.